Howdy folks. For those of you joining me for the first time, I'd like to say welcome. Those of you that's been here before, welcome back. I'm the grouchy old patriot. This is a little sit down chit chat show that we like to call Coffee with the Grouch. So go grab your hot spice cider or pumpkin spice coffee or cold wobble pop, whatever your beverage of choice is, and sit down and let's talk. Before we get into today's topic, I'd like to ask everybody to, if you like what you hear here, like what you see here, subscribe. Hit that thumbs up and hit that bell. YouTube likes that. They are, due to the nature of some of my topics, YouTube's doing its suppression thing where it don't like my videos getting out amongst the people. So if you would, share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram, on, you know, whatever your social media platform of choice is. See if we can get this channel to grow a little bit and get these messages out to the people that need to hear them. Now today's topic is going to be a little controversial. Why do I say that? Well, it deals with firearms. And in today's political climate, firearms can be a little controversial. We're going to talk about modes of carry, concealed carry, open carry, you know, whatever. 30 years ago, it was not uncommon in rural parts of the United States to see a pickup parked at the sale barn, parked at the grocery store, parked at Walmart, with a gun rack in the back window. And a lot of times there was a rifle hanging, or a shotgun hanging in the gun rack. Nobody bothered it. And if the sound is a little iffy today, folks, I'm sorry, it's kind of breezy out. But it's a glorious, beautiful day, and I'm out here enjoying it, so you'll just have to deal with it. But it wasn't uncommon to see a rifle or a shotgun hanging in the back window of a pickup. It was normal. Nobody made a big fuss of it. Well, today, if anybody sees a weapon, a firearm, in public, it creates a lot of anxiety. And it shouldn't. To me, seeing a shotgun on a gun rack or seeing a pistol in a holster on someone's belt is no different than seeing a plumber carrying a toolbox, or an electrician carrying a screwdriver and a pair of wire strippers. Once you start viewing that firearm as a tool, the fear kind of goes out of it. How many of you folks carry a Leatherman on your belt? You know, one of the little multi-tools that have the pliers and the screwdriver and the knife blade on it. Why do you carry it? Pretty damn useful, right? When you need it, you've got it with you. How many of you carry a pocket knife? Right? I've carried a pocket knife my entire life. I've still got one of the first pocket knives my dad ever gave me when I was 12 years old. I don't carry it, it's put up, but I carry a knife. And the reason I carry a knife is because in my day-to-day goings about, I have a use for a knife. I'm not going to say I use it every day, but 5 out of 7 days a week I'll have a use for a knife, and I've got it with me. It's just helpful. Well, a firearm should be looked at the same way. It's one of them tools that you're better off having it with you and not needing it, and not having it with you. People ask me why I open carry. And I do. More times than not, I'm open carrying where I can, where it's legal. There are places where I will conceal carry. That's my choice. I'm not going to name where those places are, because if I'm concealed carrying, that means I don't want anybody to know I got it. So I'm not going to advertise it on here to let people know where I am concealed carrying, because it's none of their business. That's the way I look at it. So why do I open carry? Well, there's several reasons, really. One, for me personally, it's more comfortable. I'm a bigger guy. I wear a lot of tucked in shirts. Getting an inside the waistband holster or another concealed holster is not real comfortable for me. Carrying on the outside of my clothes is my preferred method. Is more comfortable. But that's not the only reason, and it's not the biggest reason. And I can hear 80% of you out there right now yelling at me, typing on the damn doobly-doo that, oh, it's just going to make you a target. You just become a target. If a bad guy was in the area, you're the first one they're going to take out. Well, I don't normally, in the course of my day-to-day goings about, put myself in positions where bad guys are going to be. Now, I realize a bad guy can be anywhere. That's why I carry. But I don't make it a point to go to the high crime areas of cities. I don't make it a point to go trolling for the bad guys. And more to that point, why do you carry? Protect your family, right? Protect others if you can. The way I look at it, if the bad guy is targeting me, he's leaving my family, he's leaving other people alone. Now, am I some vigilante that thinks that I'm out there to stop crime? No, I'm not. Am I some deranged person who has a superhero complex that thinks that, oh yeah, I'm bulletproof and if you target me, I'll take you on? No, I'm not. I realize I'm damn near 60 years old. I ain't near as quick as I used to be. And if the 1 second that I save by being able to draw from an open carry, instead of having to get inside my clothes and bring my tool into use, now that could be the 1 second that saves me or saves somebody else. Well, they'll take it away from you. Well, no, they won't. Because if I open carry, I'm not stupid enough to slide my tool, my weapon, into a Kydex plastic holster with no retention. When I open carry, I've got a double retention holster that if you don't know how to pull the weapon out, you're not going to get it out. It's that simple. And if you're standing in front of me and tugging on it, it's not going to come out. If you're standing beside me and tugging on it, it's not going to come out. Unless you know how to get it out and draw it in the proper direction and the proper way, it ain't going to come out. So that whole taking it away from me is that little argument don't fly. Don't fly with me anyway. Now, am I going to sit here and say that if someone whacks me across the head, knocks me out, and that they're not going to be able to get my weapon? I'm not trying to say that. But the same could be said if I had a concealed weapon. Another reason I open carry, I travel as a truck driver. I travel through a lot of states. The vast majority of the states that I travel in have constitutional carry. And the ones that don't, a bunch of them have open carry laws. So even if you can't concealed carry in that state, New Mexico is a prime example. Unless you have a valid New Mexico concealed carry permit, you can't conceal carry in the state of New Mexico. But you can open carry. So it's one way of being able to carry in places that I otherwise wouldn't be able to. Well, what about states you go in that don't allow that? Well, I do travel through a couple of states. I've been to California a couple times. I go through Illinois. Here recently, I've been through Maryland and Pennsylvania. And if you read the laws and follow the law, while I can't carry in those states, I can unload my weapon, lock it in a separate box, lock it in my sleeper box, separate from the ammo. Perfectly legal. Perfectly legal to transport it that way. And as soon as I exit that state, I can put it back on. But I'll tell you one of the main reasons I open carry, and it has nothing to do with going after the bad guys. It has nothing to do with ease of access or comfort. It has to do with education. The more people that see the average Joe safely and lawfully carrying a weapon in a responsible manner, the less scary it becomes. I'll tell you an anecdote. Now, this happened about a year ago, I guess it was. I was in Arizona, stopped at a rest area, and it was a nice rest area, you know. Several trucks parked in there, and car parking had, I don't know, 15 or 20 cars parked there, and people were out exercising their dogs and walking around, stretching their legs, using the restroom, getting them a Coke or bag of peanuts out of the vending machines. And this particular rest area had a Dippin' Dots stand. If y'all know what Dippin' Dots are, it's some kind of little ice cream treat. And there were several people congregated around this Dippin' Dot stand. One of them was a young family, is a man and woman, looked like they were probably in their late 20s, early 30s maybe. Probably early 30s. Had a couple of kids, little tow-headed girl, looked like she was about 4 or 5 years old, and little boy who was about 9 or 10 years old. And they were sitting over on the bench. Mom and Dad were standing up, and boy and girl were sitting on the bench eating their Dippin' Dots. Now I parked and I got out and I was walking across the parking lot there going up to the restroom. I wasn't paying them no mind, really. Oh, I probably walked 10, 12 feet from them going up towards the restroom. And I heard the little boy say, "Mama, he's got a gun." I didn't react to it. I didn't say anything, didn't do anything. I just continued on my trip. But I heard Mama say, and she stepped between me and the little boy, and Mama told him, "Just don't look at it." Just don't look at it. It threw me for a loop. By not looking at it, is that going to make it go away? By denying its existence, is that going to make it okay? I don't understand. Well, I went on in to the rest area and I did my business and was walking back to the truck. And I seen the same young couple and buckling their 2 kids into car seats. They were getting ready to leave. And I bet you can almost guess what license plate was on their car. Yeah, it was California. And that got me thinking. I got in the truck and got on my way down the road, and I got to thinking, had my son said that to me about somebody else, how would I have responded? I can guarantee you, I wouldn't have said, "Well, just don't look at it." I would have explained to him that, well, yeah, but he ain't here to hurt nobody. He's going to the bathroom just like you just did. He's perfectly legal. He's perfectly able to do that. There's nothing wrong with it. So that's one of the reasons that I choose to open carry. At least in the areas I travel in my local community and around, I want people to become familiar. I want it to become the same attitude people had 30, 35 years ago when they saw the rifle or the shotgun on the gun rack in the pickup. It's no big deal. You know, an armed society is a polite society. I'm a firm believer in that. There have been numerous studies done that have shown that in states that have concealed carry, have castle doctrine and stand your ground laws, the crime rate is lower than in those states and in those cities where firearms are heavily restricted. New York City, Chicago, Boston, Baltimore, Detroit, San Francisco, Los Angeles. Need I go on? Some, not all, because people can point to Birmingham, Alabama, and places like that, but most of the most dangerous cities in this country are the cities with the most restrictive firearms policies when it comes to the average citizen. Yes, I'm a very, very big Second Amendment supporter of the Second Amendment rights. But if you've heard me talking before, you know I'm a big supporter of all of our God-given rights. Do I think open carry is right for everybody? No, I don't. If you're a person that's totally adverse to confrontation, and I don't mean armed confrontation or armed conflict. I mean, if you are introverted, where you don't like people coming up and confronting you about something that may be a little controversial, then open carry is probably not for you. If you're someone who doesn't want to take the time to explain things and talk to people and educate people, it's probably not for you. Is open carry the right thing in all circumstances? As I said before, no, it's not. There are places I choose to carry concealed. But it's nobody's business what those places are. Because if I wanted people there to know that I was carrying, I'd be carrying open. Let me know your stance on it. What do you think? Leave a comment below. Tell me whether you agree with me or how wrong I am. But if you do think I'm wrong, leave a reason. I don't mind being told I'm wrong. But if you're gonna excoriate me for something, leave a reason why you think I'm wrong. It might educate me. Who knows? Probably not, because I am a damn old bastard, pretty set in my ways, but who knows? Even an old dog can learn a new trick. And folks, share this video. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that good YouTube stuff. You can find me on MeWe. You can find me on Truth Social at Grouchy Old Patriot. I'm thinking about getting a Twitter account now that Elon Musk looks like he's going to be taking it over. Maybe cleaning up the platform. I don't know. If I do, I'll let you know. But I guess I'm going to get on out of here. Sun's going down behind me. And as always, folks, may liberty's torch light your path, and Godspeed in all your endeavors. Thank you.